You just blew off my arm. Oh, now you got me pinned to the ground. Oh, you really that strong, and you didn't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can break out the cell if you want to. Why aren't you? She's like that. So when you finish Fearing, if you're talking about pure story and an actual representation of like a masterful, well-crafted story, both that Fenrin and Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, are way better than Solo Level. Oh, okay. Which one? Oh.
I didn't
even pay attention to that. But yeah, what's up with you, bro?
What's up?
But yeah, a lot of people only look at you already started, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people only look at like action, and they be like, that's the fucking my bad. That's the greatest anime. And although Solo Leveling wasn't just action, it's a story there, and it's really good. If I had never seen Jobless Reincarnation,
nor about that Finland one,
nor Fenrir, if I had never seen those, it's Solo Leveling. But anime of the year to me is more than just about action.
Tells a whole complete story.
It gotta have a whole complete story. And Fenrir, my nigga, she got it. And number 2 for me is Mushoku Tensei. And I'm telling y'all, as niggas, y'all need to watch Mushoku Tensei, especially.
Speed Racer is the greatest anime of all time. Astro Boy.
Y'all.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It is a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
So, have you seen Jobless Reincarnation? Alright, so check this out. So,
did you say Jabba or Jarvis?
Jobless Reincarnation.
Is that the one where no, that's Devil is a part-timer. So your job just keeps
No. That's just that. So the person who the story is about, he dies.
Okay.
He was bullied for being fat. Now understand, in Japan, obesity is non-existent for the most part.
Unless you're rich as fuck.
Yeah. If you are a teenager at a regular school, they will pick on you because why are you fat?
Because my family got money. Don't hate because I grew up wealthy.
That wasn't the situation entirely.
No.
So he was getting picked on, but he had got picked on so badly that like they stripped him naked and pinned him against their fence and let people just laugh. And so he became a fucking hermit essentially, and just stayed in his room.
What show is this? Jobless Reincarnation?
Yeah. The whole thing is called Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. I just say Jobless Reincarnation.
Jobless Reincarnation.
So
does that title come into play at all?
Just the fucking first 5 minutes. But it's fire. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's such a good.
Does the fat man come back and kill everybody?
No. Listen. So listen. When
it's not interesting.
When his parents die.
Okay.
He's like 38 years old. His parents die, but he doesn't go to the funeral. So his brother pissed. He like, and you end up finding out his brother wasn't as much of an ass as you thought he was, but his brother pissed in the moment. His brother inherited everything, and he kicked him out because when he came in there, he's like, you prefer to have stayed in front of the screen jacking off than go to your parents' funeral. Like, no, get the fuck out. So he kicked him out. And in his sliver of like consciousness, buddy, it was raining, a girl was getting picked on, and he went to go save her. Truck Kun came into play, so he got killed. He ends up in this another world, reincarnated because a woman gave birth to him. It wasn't like, oh, he died, you're 17, boom, here we go. It's not that. You're going to see this nigga grow up. The reason why I fuck with this so heavy is because the characters are characters. It's not no one note nothing. Prime point. His dad is an ass and a good dude at the same time. Like so his dad is a perpetual like lustful man, right? You end up learning that about him, but also when he got old boy's mom pregnant. His name is Rudius. Rudius. His dad's name is Paul. So Paul gets old girl pregnant, his mom, and you end up learning that Paul is slightly a noble, but he chooses to be an adventurer, which got him shunned. But you end up realizing why he chose to be an adventurer, because Paul is strong as fuck. It's not oh man, he's strong. He is strong as hell. And to the point that like when season 2 occurs, at the end of season 2, and all they show you him for real in season 2 is shit that he went through. So you're like, man, Paul not really that dude until you see him fight. They go against a Hydra at the end of season 2. He was the only one that could cut it. The only one that could cut it. And mind you, his whole party was full of what's it called, like they don't say S rank or nothing like that in this story, but they're like, all of them are like S rank, like all of them. And they're like, we can't do shit to this Hydra. He's like, and literally he's like, got it, slice. And they retreat, and it's like, okay, so y'all gonna be support from this point forward. He's the only one. Okay, so going back to the beginning of it, so because he's retained all his memories and stuff like that, right? He's moving life with a certain way, and he learns magic at a very young age, like 1-2 years old. They get him a teacher by the time he's like 4 or 5. Now, what I like about this story is if you're 4 or 5 years old and you're a young boy, you don't got TV and nothing like that, but you have the mind of a 38-year-old man, right? When you see a woman who is coming to teach you, you're going to be like, dang, I'd fuck. So what people don't realize, because people be debating this, is although that is a mind of a 38-year-old man, that is still a 4 or 5-year-old child. And his hormones, and you can see it's a back and forth of that. He really can't not be a 6-year-old sometimes. But he knows what he should be doing, but I'm still 6.
Man, shit, that day-to-day life.
Right. So,
so many 6-year-olds you run into on a consistent basis.
So
motherfuckers ain't grown out here. You just grown chronologically. You ain't grown mentally.
So normally when they do magic, they do incantations. They say the whole spell. And he was like, "Do I have to do that?" And she was like, "What?"
Nothing. Continue.
And she was like, "Nah. Wait, you can do it without saying?" He said, "Yeah." And literally just fucking did it. That is, and me saying it isn't like, oh, he's like this all powerful, because even though the motherfucker is strong, he meets people that's like, you are nothing to me. So he spends 2 years, like she lives in the house with them for 2 years. And you think she's like a teenage girl. This motherfucker's 40 something years old. And it's just her race, right? Her race of people are demons. What is this? Is this Squirtle?
Like a new version of Pokemon Go. What the heck? How the hell?
Nah, go ahead. Explain. I'm gonna do it finish.
Go ahead and say what he's gonna say.
We'll understand later. Go ahead and tell everybody what you're doing, sir.
So Google now has it in celebration of Pokemon's anniversary. They have it now where you can go into Google's search engine. As long as you're signed in under your profile, you could type in a Pokemon and you could catch it. I just caught Squirtle.
Catch Pikachu.
I already got Pikachu.
Catch Tort Blaziken.
Catch
It's the original 150.
Charizard.
I'm waiting for Charizard.
Oh, you gotta wait for him to show up?
No.
Okay.
I have a type of man. I'm just waiting because I just got Charmander.
Pidgeotto.
I'll go with Pidgey.
Okay, Pidgey.
How do you spell Pidgey's name?
Pidge.
There we go, right there, Pidgey.
No, let's see this happen. I'm gonna do it. Right there, right here?
Yeah, click the Pokeball. Pidgey shows up.
Interesting. Oh wow.
A part of me think that's fire as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
This is so weird. Gotcha, Pidgey was caught. Oh my gosh, we just caught.
And he got a master ball.
And I attained the Master Ball. So now I can go catch a legendary Pokemon.
So you can type in Mewtwo and go catch Mewtwo.
That's what I was just about to say. How long was you moving too fast?
He caught Pidgey.
You
He
already
caught.
catch Jigglypuff.
I did.
Yep.
What's the rock motherfucker?
Dude.
Yeah.
Or Onyx.
I love Onyx. I love
I haven't
Onyx.
caught them yet, but the legendary Pokemon that's on here, they're all locked. So like,
What's the name of them right here?
That is
Dragonair.
yeah.
That's the blue one, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Why you taking so long to catch them? Because you gotta catch them all, Pokemon.
yeah, but I'm taking my time because I actually want to enjoy this a little bit. Something to just
Why?
kind of pass the time.
When is it over?
I don't know.
Exactly. So you're trying to pass the time. Time ends, motherfucker.
We'll see.
Or whatever.
But
Your Pokemon.
So cool.
But
So cool.
as far as
So cool.
the legendary Pokemon, you have to catch a certain amount, or you have to catch a certain amount to obtain them. Like I think now I can go get I think it's like Articuno, Zapdos, or Moltres right now.
Oh, okay.
For Mew, I gotta catch literally all the other ones before I get Mew.
That's pretty neat.
That's cool.
That is pretty neat.
And they got them all, but they're listed too.
Yeah. So what they do
I
is,
don't remember all their names.
well, see that's the thing.
Gengar.
Oh,
Yeah, Hunter and them.
So-
is it Machop?
Machop,
So-
Machamp,
What they do.
Hitmonlee.
sure.
Yeah, I love
What
them.
they do is, let's say, is it out of here? Let's say we go with a different one. We'll go. Hell, we'll just go ahead and go
You really
Bulbasaur.
just typing this shit in on Google, yo.
Literally, Bulbasaur. I'll go ahead and catch it because I haven't caught it before, right? And I'm
That
really.
man just caught. Hold on, wait a
I
minute.
wonder if you can fail or not.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think you can fail.
That'd be crazy.
Right.
Bulbasaur just got caught. Oh.
Yeah. So once you do,
Got another mess.
What's messed up is he
well.
said, I wonder can you fail? He said, I hope you fail.
so once you claim that, it'll tell you.
I know what you mean.
Like it'll give you like something else, another Pokemon. So because I got Master Ball, it'll say a legendary bird Pokemon, and they'll give you the outline of it. From there you just gotta figure it out.
Who is it?
Who's that Pokemon?
Basically.
Yeah, I feel.
So it's interesting.
How you find out about
So
it?
guys, go on your phones.
Google.
This is not a
So you just went on
promo,
Google and
man.
typed
Go on
in.
your phones. Type in
did.
Pokemon.
Okay.
Press the Pokeball at the bottom of the screen and catch them all.
Like you know how Google has the whole little
Yeah.
Pokemon.
thing like this, where it gives you like
Yeah, I
the
feel like you
little.
gotta say that.
Yeah.
You kind of got to. So that was one of the things. So it was interesting to see.
Pretty neat. Pretty neat.
But
Thank you for sharing with us while you were
Yeah, that was my little
catching
take.
them all with Pokemon Go Google.
Yeah.
I was trying to bring up the show because there's a debate going on about was Paul a good dad to Rudius. I'm of the belief that he was. As much of a dick he could have been to Rudius, he wasn't. He had two moments where it's just like if you
So we basing fatherhood on the basis that you could be a dick and you not being a dick.
Well, that
no,
would be a
I'm just
shitty
saying. I'm saying what people are going on is two things that happened between him and Rudius,
Okay.
which is why I was giving context to like how Rudius was growing up. As a dad, if you see your son by the age of 7 can do damn near everything you can do, or like the best magic you've ever seen for somebody that age, wouldn't you have high expectations?
No, I just start pushing him to do good shit that's greater than what I would think that I can do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start implementing things that I wouldn't think that
But
I
what
could
if
do.
what if
Like,
you the
here,
person?
since you so smart and so intelligent, put this big block engine together and make sure it runs effectively.
Okay, so
Now, if you can do that, then we'll move to putting the entire car together. Because instead of me paying for this money, we gonna use these spare parts and get it to work, buddy.
So I like that. So what if you that nigga
Okay.
and you said I'm just gonna push him to be essentially better than me, but you're that nigga. So when you end up thinking that your son would be that nigga too?
So basically,
Times two.
unusual.
As a father, as a parent, you automatically supposed to think your child gonna be better than you.
So people hold Paul to two things that happened, which was Paul snapped at Rudius because at some point there's this big energy beam that hits everybody. And everybody in that vicinity gets teleported.
Okay.
Everybody gets teleported to different places though around their world. And for 2 years, Paul was looking for Rudius, his mom, and his 2 daughters. Well, no, one of his other daughters because he was holding one when the beam hit. But when he finally got to Rudius, it had been a while. But by the time he seen Rudius, it was like 5 years. Because when him and Rudius are talking, Rudius being, I think at that time like 10, 11, maybe 12. I know he was 12. Talking to his father, and you realize that like he's embezzling the story. Everything he's saying actually happened, but he's embezzling the story a little bit. So while Paul for the past few years been looking for all of them, going through like all types of hell, I can't find them, I can't do this, I can't do that. He's like, while I've been doing that, your ass been having a fucking adventure. Did you even think to look for us? Like he's on all of that, not understanding that, oh no, I was looking for y'all, but he didn't know that whole area was gone. He didn't know his father had to tell him. He was like, it's all gone. All of it. You're not the only person that was teleported. So like, as they're going back and forth, Rudius snaps. Rudius, because Paul holds him, Rudius pins him out, and Rudius is boom. And I went through it. Now he's telling the truth, like the full truth. Like, yo, I was on a continent that everybody says is the worst fucking continent to be on. Like, that's where I got transported to. I lived. I was with one of my companions, although it was somebody that I was training. It was another one of my companions was this person that y'all call Dead End, who was like one of the worst people ever. That's one of my friends, nigga, that I helped become a good person. This bitch took out my eye and put another one in it. Don't talk to me like I didn't go through nothing. Savage. So as he's punching the shit out of his father, one of his little sister sees. She runs. Stop beating on my dad, not realizing this is her brother. Because the last time she saw him, she was a baby. That's what made him stop. This is why I fuck with this show so heavy. There's real characters. He walks off. Paul walks off. Paul's friend who met Rudius at a fucking different village, they had their own thing that had happened. He comes to Paul and he's like, you know you fucked up. And Paul's like, well, drinking. He's like, well, nah, this and that. And he was like, well, how would you want a 12-year-old to talk to his dad, who he looks at as his idol, who everybody says is one of the strongest people to walk the face of the earth? Wouldn't you tell your father, hey, nah, I did this and did this and did this? I'm just saying, he's a kid. It took Paul in that conversation to realize my son is a kid. Like, that's how he says, he's like, fuck, he's a kid. And he said maybe all he wanted while you were looking for him, while he was looking for y'all, was just I'm happy to see you. So I don't know, Paul, you just probably being a dick, got up and walked away and let him sit with that. Rudius comes back, they end up talking, and Rudius, him and Paul going back and forth, and Rudius like, well, then let's just start over. So one of us, we got to be adults, right? That's what he says. He's giving his father what he realized that his father also looked at him as kind of an adult. So he tells his father, hey, stand up. Father stands up. He said, okay, can you bend down for me? Like, get on your knees. And he's like, okay. And he said, put your arms out. Put his arms out. And he runs to him, hugs him, and says, I miss you. And his fucking father just broke. When I watch animes or any type of anything, movies, television, I'm looking for shit like that.
I'm looking
for flawed, amazing ass characters.
Somebody to get their head chopped off, cut it like 4 different ways, split down the middle, and then hit them with the. And just blast their ass with like a sonic.
Joy.
The name of the show that we was just watching.
Twilight of the Gods.
It's fire as a motherfucker. I like Twilight of the Gods.
Thor's the man.
Thor's a dick.
He's an ass. But my Joy, she was watching with me, but she didn't want to watch it no more because like by episode 4, Paul cheats on his. You find out he cheats on his wife.
Damn.
Not Paul and his wife know he's like that, but they have a maid who has sworn to their family. Like I'm devoted to this family. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of you. And every night she was hearing Paul knock down walls on this bitch.
Damn.
Like they let you hear he is getting his wife to the point that their neighbors, the women in the neighborhood, want Rudius and their kids to have beef just so she could come and knock on the door to complain to this nigga. I'm dead ass. Like that really happened. It's like lady literally says, your son, and this actually happened, your son beat up my son. Like, what? And his father just kind of reacted because he's used to seeing Rudius be mature. Not understanding that Rudius was protecting this girl named Sylvie. But even after the apology is made and stuff, Rudius don't apologize to the kid at all. He's like, fuck that. I know what I did was right. And I fuck with him on that because it's like, yo, like he's having this is a father-son moment. Hey, you was wrong. No, I wasn't. You're not even letting me tell you what the fuck happened. You listening to this bitch. And like literally that's the conversation. And then she kept coming. And then he's like, oh, she's just coming to see my fucking dad. That's it. Because he is an attractive guy. So y'all just coming over here to just trip because you want to talk to my dad because that's the only thing you going to get from him. It's the only thing you going to get because he's not trying to fuck none of the village girls. He's like, I'm knocking down walls on my wife. The only reason why he ended up cheating was because the maid was like, I can't take it no more. I've been hearing you knock down these walls every fucking night. And we fucked when I was 14. I'm getting me some again. So she she comes on to him. And he goes for it. When you find out that his wife's pregnant, right after that you find out she's pregnant. She apologized. She said, I'll go back to my village, this and that. And in the moment, the wife is coming to terms with, if I let you go, now mind you, they've all been friends for years. Like if I let you go, you and your baby are not gonna make it. Like you're gonna end up having birth on the road, and it's gonna be winter. And then if you're even able to make it to your village, you're gonna be dead. Like you and that child, y'all not gonna make it. She's coming to terms. She's not saying none of this. The only reason why you know that's the case because Rudius is thinking it. So he looks at his father, whose head's down. He looks at them, and he's like, the only way I'm gonna save my sister, he didn't know if it was boy or girl. The only way I'm gonna save my sibling is I'm gonna have to throw you under the bus, homie. So like he just walked away. He's like 4, 5 years old when this happens, and he's like, hey, well, Dad was the one who messed up because I overheard that he had said, hey, you gotta be quiet, just open your legs because if they hear you, then this and that. And she was like, Paul. So he put all the anger that she had on her onto him because he knew you're not gonna leave Dad. You're just not. You might be mad, but you're not gonna leave him. So and the mom, as she's yelling at Paul, realizes what the fuck Rudius just did, because he was like, it's not the baby's fault. And in the moment, amongst 3 adults, a child just said what the adult thing was, and
that's normally what takes place in real life.
Yeah, and the mom was like, but you don't see that a lot in TV shows and stuff like that. And the mom's like, you know what, you're gonna stay here, and we're gonna figure this out. And the compromise is, well, we've been friends for so long. I know you liked him. You did have sex with him first. He's just gonna be your concubine. So now he has just 2 wives. That's how she solves the problem. And so he's raising them. So again,
and now I get to be a good father to both of my children.
So that's how he solves the issue. So then Rudius was teaching this girl named Sylphie, that's the one who was getting picked on, how to do magic. And he was teaching her excellently. And he wanted to go to the Magic Academy because the mentor, the one I was telling you about first, her name is Roxy. She's like, hey, you're fine as a motherfucker, go to this school because you being over there is gonna limit how powerful you can become. And he's like, I want Sylphie to go. He asked his father, he said, Father, and he placates on, I saved your fucking family, you dumbass. Like, he placates on that. He's like, I want to have a real conversation. He's like, okay, speak. And he says, I want to go to this magic school, this and that, but I also want my friend to go who's been coming over. Before that happened though, the funniest thing happened. He thought Sylphie was a dude. So they get rained on and stuff like that. And you find out like Sylphie likes him, right? So they get rained on. They get in the house and he's like, come on, take off your clothes, man. My mom gonna dry it and everything. We need to take a bath so we don't get sick. Like, he's thinking you're a fucking 5-6-year-old boy just like me. And he's taking off her clothes and stuff. And when he goes for the trousers, because she's not wearing panties, she's wearing trousers, he's like, what are you doing? Get in the fucking tub. And she's like, no, like, stop trying to take off my trousers. He's like, yo. So he's like, all right, fine. He turns around. And when she lets her guard down, he just turns and pulls it out. And obviously, she's a girl. He's like, oh shit. And all of a sudden you hear screaming. She starts screaming. Dad and everybody runs upstairs. Yo, what happened? And then it cuts to Paul in the tub with Rudius being like, yeah, I can understand. I get it. You fucked up. You're gonna need to apologize. And I'm gonna tell you how to apologize and everything. Like, all the moments between Paul and Rudius are moments that like you would really have as a father and son. So the shit that people were saying about Paul, I ain't going for no Paul slander. Fuck all of them. Paul has moments where he's a real person who makes mistakes but tries to fix them.
What's the name of this shit?
Mashuka Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. It's 2 seasons. Both seasons have over 20 episodes. So it's not one of those, it's 12. No, like, a lot happens. Mm-hmm. So skipping ahead, he's like, hey, I want to do this magic campaign. I want Sylphie to come with me. Because him and Sylphie end up making up. Fucking Rudius doesn't realize Sylphie like him. But Paul knows. And Paul's like, this is how you need to talk to her. This is how you're going to apologize and everything. And he's doing all of it and it's working. And he's like, oh, you gave me my friend back. And his dad's just like, you are fucking stupid.
Who's who?
That's Rudius. Mm-hmm. That's Sylphie. That's the mom. That's the maid. That's Roxy. And that's the father.
Who the fuck is Roxy?
Roxy is his teacher who taught him for 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. By the end of season 2, she's his second wife. Sylphie's the first one. Yeah, Paul.
So what happens to Elizabeth?
No. For him, because by the end of season 2, he is 16 years old. This is his first wife, who has a baby.
And then he ended up marrying the teacher?
And he ends up marrying his teacher.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ain't she like ancient older than him?
She young because she's a demon. So, because they live.
There we go, demons. Okay.
Yeah. So, what? Oh, let me show you somebody on here that I know your ass gonna fucking go crazy over. Her name is Ghislaine. So to make up, and guess what? Paul fucked her too. So to make up for, because Paul says we have enough money to send you to school, but to send you to school and send tuition for Sylphie to school, I can't do that because I still got to do stuff here. Mm-hmm. And Rudy's like, okay, then I want a job. And his dad basically was like, all right, cool. So the job that he ends up getting for him, he knows because Sylphie and Rudius are close, Rudius is going to say no to, because it's going to mean that he's going to be away for 5 years. So he says, hey, come train with me real quick. Just come train with me real quick, because Ghislaine shows up. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you're going to teach Ghislaine magic. And Ghislaine's going to pay you. So he's like, come train me real quick. And he's like, all right, cool. And Paul going in. And he's like, well, you being a little way too aggressive right now. Like, I can't keep up with none of this. And as Rudius is like kind of like starting to keep up, his dad was like, all right, now it's time to just knock you out. And you see, this is the first time you see Paul show how strong he is. In an instant, you've seen Rudius do all types of outstanding things. In an instant, boom, boom, out. I'm like, dang.
As a father should.
When Rudius wakes up, Paul gave him a letter.
But do you know who I am?
Yeah. Ghislaine says, here's the letter. I can't read it. Because Ghislaine can't read. She's a beast woman. She's like, I can't read. Here. Your dad said this is for you. So he's reading it out loud, and then you find out that his father also had fucked Ghislaine back in the day. And he said, but I've never been able to beat her with a sword, but I beat her in bed. So
that's all that matters.
So and she was mad, but she never said it. She was mad, but she never said it wasn't true. Yeah. So she's like, yeah, I can't read. So Rudius ends up meeting this girl named Iris, and that's who he's going to train.
The new one.
And
the new She-Hulk.
Oh, I was just talking theoretically. It didn't have specific.
He's gonna train. He's gonna train this girl now. And
Tatiana Maslany is not.
She was a bitch. She really was. And she was like, I'm not gonna listen to you. I don't give a fuck what they say. And he's like, I bet. And so he goes to her dad and was like, hey, she's not gonna listen, but I think I know how to get her to listen. So they come up with a plan, and basically it's to kidnap him and her, so he could show her that all the shit that you've been doing don't matter, because you're not strong at all, bitch. It don't matter. So the problem is, you end up finding out that the guard to this particular guy actually was gonna really kidnap this girl. So they both actually get kidnapped. And as some shit is happening, one of my favorite scenes in the whole fucking show, they're able to break out because he breaks out. He realizes, oh nah, this shit real type of deal. And he saves her, but like they get attacked by these three dudes, and like he's using his magic and all that. But before like all of this stuff started happening, he's like, oh, I might not be able to beat all three of y'all. So he like bet, makes a fireball, throws it in the air like fireworks. It sparks Ghislaine on the far end of the town, sees it. She's like, because she's been looking for the two of them. She's like, okay. In the split time that happened, and when shit's going down and the dude throws a sword at Rudius, right? And they're in the air, he's holding Iris, and he can't move. All of that takes place in less than a fucking 20 seconds. And she got there like that. Fucking destroys the sword and then slices off all of their heads. Damn. And looks at the other guy and is like, oh, you the one who, okay. And then as he's running, just snatches him. He can't even move. Knocks him out and drags this nigga. Not just like by his collar like you see most people do. She's dragging him by the hair. Big nigga. And she just, this who did it. like I'm like, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, Ghislaine is my bitch.
You must have just watched this week.
Nah, I watched this like 2 weeks ago. So then that occurs. I finished it last week, but I started like 2 weeks ago. So that occurs, and then she so years go by and he's training. That's when the beam of light happened. Ghislaine gets sent somewhere. Rudius has Iris, and then he meets this dude called the Dead, and they form their group and all that. Fast forward, meets Paul again. That's when the shit between him and Paul happened, but then they end up reconciling, but his sister don't fuck with him because she's like, I saw you beat my fucking dad. Like, nah, fuck you. Like, my dad's amazing. We looking for my brother and my sister and my other mom and my mom. You, fuck you. Like, she not realizing this is your brother. So the dad, like after Rudius leaves and everything, ends up telling her, no, that was your brother. That was him, and he was going through some things. So was I. And she just like has to bear with that, and she can't let it go that like, I saw you, the person that my dad talks so godly about, being the nigga that's been taking care of me and looking for my mom's ass. I saw you doing. So she doesn't let that go for a while. He ends up finding his other little sister and the maid, because they were together, but they had got kidnapped. He got them out of that situation because the person that kidnapped him.
This is a lot.
Yeah. the person that kidnapped him was in love with Roxy, and only to get to Roxy was the people that she cared about, and that's how that ended up happening. Fast forward. This
I guess it pays to be jobless.
Right.
Just get reincarnated as ass whooping.
So you see him do so much. One of the coldest scenes in it is when you realize who Billy Badass is, like for real. It's this dude that's been semi helping Rudy. It's called the Man God. But the Man God and this nigga who they call the Dragon God got beef. So they got these things called curses, right? Like one elf chick, she has a curse where she has to have sex. If she don't, she starts to age bad. Yeah. So you're like, why is this bitch a hoe? You end up finding out, nah, this like, she for real. Like, cause
so she's a succubus.
Essentially, cause she legitimately will have like 6-7 niggas in the room with her getting in.
I need you sustenance.
But she's strong as hell. And she's a cool character.
Bing.
And you find out she's Sylphie's grandmother. But so
it's all connected.
So
this is a lot.
I'm about to be done because I'm really trying to get to just this part. So
fine, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's like
it's a lot that happened.
It's almost 50 episodes in 2 seasons. Yeah. They each got I think they each got like 23 episodes, something like that. 23.
No, you're doing great explaining it.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a lot. Like,
but it's five's a motherfucker.
After event.
And it's certain shit that happened. I ain't even telling you that happened. Cause like the chick who the chick Iris who he was training, her grandfather, the thing that makes the mass teleportation happen, there was a thing that was above his kingdom and he saw it and he didn't know what it is, and we was like, are we going to do something about it? And he's like, sometimes it's better to just leave things alone. So he's like, I'm just going to leave it alone because there's really nothing we can do. But when he says that, it's because Rudius is coming up the fucking stairs and he is going in on the guts of one of his mates, and he's like, when everything's done, Rudy's about to walk away. He's like, hey, Rudy's, come in. Let me talk to you. I need to talk to you about this thing that's in the sky. But he's spending knowledge to him because you can tell that he's aware your ass is something different.
Yeah.
Like, the more that people start spending time with him, they're like, you got something that don't make sense. So, you end up, so like, fast forward, all that other stuff happened. One of the coldest scenes in it, right? It's a fight that don't last that long at all, honestly. The Man God and the Dragon God got beef, but the Dragon God cannot see the Man God on Earth.
Okay.
The Dragon God has a curse where if you look at him, you instantly fear or hate him. So his whole life he's constant fighting. But somebody who's with him, because she's also from Japan, that's where that mass teleportation happened. It was because she was summoned. So he's going around with her because it's the first person that really can like look at him. And then he sees that Rudius can see him. Now Rudius is with Iris and this other nigga who called us a motherfucker. That's the one they called Dead End. You've seen these three go through all types of fighting semi-dragons and all of that shit like it's no problem, right? You see this guy who they call the Dragon God, and the Iris and Dead End are like stuck. They can't move because they're feeling the fear and hatred when they saw him. Rudius don't feel it because he's really from a different world. So he's like, the fuck wrong with y'all? And he sees him and the dude's walking by and he's like, hey boy, so you don't fear me? He's like, nah, nothing like that. And he walks by and then he was like, he felt something from him. He's like, hey, do you know the Man God? And Rudius, being 10 or 11 years old, just said, oh yeah, he sometimes comes in my dreams, just like that. And in an instant, like Rudius has the fucking foresight eye that the girl put in him, and he sees it coming, and he like, oh shit, like in the moment, it was instant. It was instant. He thinking, oh, you're an apostle of the Man God. Bet. I don't give a fuck, you a kid. You're dying. And this fight is occurring The Iris and Dead End finally break out of they fucking stupid. Okay, we gotta fight. Dead End's like, y'all need to go. Cause the kids, y'all gonna die. And so he brings out his, and he's trying to fight the dragon god, and the dude just boom, 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 da, hits him, spins him in the air, kicks him, bow, done. This nigga you been seeing beat everybody ass out cold. Oh girl, she had got hit to the wall, so she like, nah, I'm not gonna let you fuck with Rudius. She comes and he's like, he does a little sword play. He's like, oh, snatches her up. He said, you're gifted, so you don't need to die. Boom, out. He looks at Rudius like, all right, now we need to talk. And now Rudius like getting his ass kicked. He gets pinned down, and he's like, nah, I'm not gonna let you just kill me. So he makes his fireball. You see it turn orange to red to blue to purple, condense, and he fires it. And in the instant, the the dragon god like, oh, this little nigga cold. And he still stops it, and it breaks some of his shield. And you can see him looking like, oh yeah, nah, he's strong. Okay. And then he waves it off, and then goes to him, picks him up, and he's like, it's unfortunate. Boom, stabs him with his hand, and then just leaves him there. The only thing that saved him, the only thing, was the Japanese girl was like, maybe he's like me. You have to heal him. And he was like, okay, and healed him, and they just left. 4 minutes of screen time. They did all of that in 4 minutes to show you, no matter everybody you've been seeing that these three been beating, who, oh, this is the strongest this is the strongest that. They met a real one. They met a real one. Because you know how they hyped up Madara for like all of Naruto? Yeah. You've been hearing about the dragon god. You've heard about him. They met him and like that over with. So this is why another reason why I like the show. So Rudius loses his virginity to Iris. They finally make it back and everything. And he sees his homeland. She sees her homeland. She finds out her granddad died. All that stuff. Because the grandfather got blamed for what happened. And to save the Grey Rat name, they was like, well, we just gonna chop off your head. So she finds out that he died and all that. And she had promised Rudius, when we turn 15, we're gonna get together. Like, we're gonna have sex, we're gonna get together. Because she likes him.
I'm 15.
She's 15, he's 13.
Oh.
That night, she comes into his room and she's like, nah, this is happening. She said, I want a family with you. So he loses virginity. He never had sex in his previous life. This is his first time ever. The next day when he wakes up, she's gone.
Oh, damn.
Left him a letter basically saying nothing. Right? And this nigga instantly got depressed.
Yeah. They can finally get him some booty from the girl he been waiting on for forever.
Yeah.
She hit him with a one night stand.
I've been looking for that.
The thing that made me kind of rock with, I felt so bad for Rudius, because years later, when he's still looking for his mom. He semi gets out of his depression. Because he's like, I gotta still find my mom. I found everybody else, I gotta find my mom. He ends up joining this party. This girl named Sarah likes him. This girl named Sarah tries to fuck him. He can't get hard. Because his mental is fucked from what happened. And another reason, the reason why that's like poignant in the story is because the other men, they don't care what any of the females say. Because it's like, oh, well, this must be wrong. And they was like, don't talk, bitch. Come here. I'm gonna help you. All the niggas try to help him. Because it's not like he hides. He's like, y'all can't really do nothing because it's just not working. And it's like, I had a little issue like that this one time. Let me go. I'm gonna show you something. And they all trying to show him a way to get up. Like, one of the dudes, he was like, I got you. I know how to fix this. Takes this nigga to a whorehouse. And he like, we're gonna go in here. This is getting done tonight. And nothing happens because he still can't get it up. He meets, and in his drunken stupor, Rudius is saying, nah, you need a girl with big ass titties and da da da. And the girl Sarah, she was coming to apologize to him because she did just dip out when he didn't get hard. So, but she hears him saying that, and it's like he's like, oh fuck, I fucked up. So she was bringing him this gift that they had picked out, which was a little mini sword, and she drops the sword in front of him. And because of everything that like he had been going through, can't find his mom, all of this stuff, he looks at the sword because in his mind he's like, Dick, don't worry, I can't find my mom, I'm failing. He just it's quick, picks up the knife like he finna fuck it, and the dude's like, because the other dude's strong as fuck, he like, hey, no. Stop it, I know you going through a lot, stop it. and he's like, hey, so he talks to him, you gonna run with me. The other party he was part of, fuck them, you gonna be with me. And his whole party is full of basically niggas. It's just real niggas. You rocking with us for however long you need to get over, because you're not finna kill yourself. Right. Like, you're like 15, at that time he's like 15, 16 years old. We're not gonna let, well, he's like 15. We're not gonna let you kill yourself because you still got life to live. And you're strong as hell. Like, this will pass, because they know what happened. Oh, you lost your virginity and girl dipped out, damn. So there is something to fix this.
No pussy.
In fact.
Right, so.
But the whorehouse didn't work.
Nah. So he spends like some time with them. So he probably he probably was 14. And then he spent like a year with them, so he's 16. Okay. And I'm sorry, 15. And he said, oh, I got a lead on my mom, because he thought he had a lead on his mom, but it really was Sylphie trying to get him to come to the academy. She fixed everything. She was like, nah, you coming to this academy. The whole time when that teleportation happened, she was with a fucking princess. That's what she got teleported to, was with a princess. And she was she disguised herself as a dude, because the princess, like, when the mass teleportation happened, they was rounding people up, but they was accusing a lot of people. And because she was part demon, she was like, I don't want you to get accused. So, because it's not your fault. So she's like, you'll be one of my guards. Your name's going to be Fitz. So she uses that to get Rudius back to her, because she had heard about him and all the shit that he was doing. So now he's at the academy. He meets Fitz. He doesn't know it's her. She's wearing shades. Her hair's a different color. So time passes. A lot of shit does happen, but time passes. The princess is like, bitch, I know you love this nigga. You've done your whole duty. Fuck this job. Go get your nigga. Because this other bitch is trying to get him. Go get him. And she's like, well, what if he doesn't remember me? None of that. And she's like, man, fuck all that. Yeah, she's like, man, fuck all of that. We're going to help you. This is how we going to do it. So they come up with a plan. Y'all going to be in a snowstorm. You're going to go to this cave. And you're going to do all. What she said, what is a moment between the two of you that like meant a lot to you that you don't realize has meant a lot to you? It was when he stripped her and then found out that she was a girl. Now this whole time that he's been at school, him and Fitz have been like this. And he's like, I don't think I'm gay. I know I'm not gay, but I'm attracted to Fitz. when him and Fitz be like, he like, oh, it's wiggling. He's like, oh shit, I'm not gay though. So Fitz falls on him at one point, cause he had like upset her and he didn't mean to. He was like, yo, wait, chill out. And like, but she sometimes is strong, so like fell on top, and he could feel her pussy and titties. He was like, Fitz, are you a? She got up and ran off, and he was like, oh, thank God, at least I know I'm not gay. So he's like, but there has to be a reason that they're disguising themselves, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
But so Fitz tells the princess, and that's when the princess is like, well, it's fine now, bitch, go get your man. So they come up with that plan, and all this stuff end up happening. They end up in the cave, and he was like, well, I'm gonna just turn my back. I know that you're a girl, but you need to get out your clothes because it's you wet, this and that, and you just need to all of that. And Fitz like, I need you to do it for me. And he was like, and she's like, I need you to do it for me, please. So he starts taking off the clothes and everything, and now she's just like basically in her underwear. And he was like, well, you should be good now. And she's like, no, there's one more thing you need to do. She needs him to take off the shades. And she's like, go ahead. When he takes off the shades, and he can see her whole face. He's like, hey, would your name be Sylphie by any chance? Fucking bitch breaks down. It's like, oh, you didn't forget me type shit. Like, you see how you smile? It's these moments that I'm like, bruh, a lot of animes don't give you this type. A lot of shows don't give you this type of shit.
Nobody's gotten their head cut off, though.
Yes, they have. A lot of people got their heads cut off. So they get together, but like, they don't end up having sex because he tells her, you know, this is what happened to me. And she goes to the princess and says, because the princess like, thank you for saying something to him. I'm happy y'all together. And the bodyguard who ends up being his cousin, is Rudy's cousin. He's like, I bet y'all knock boots, then y'all. And she's like, oh, nah, he has this little issue. She's like, what? Yeah, so this is what happened to him. He was like, my cousin? And now this whole time, this nigga has shown you I don't fuck with him because he's part of a Branch family. I don't like this nigga. But when he heard that, he's like, a gray rat? Hold up. And he went off and he came back with this. He said, this is a potion. So I was keeping it if we ever ran out of money, because it was like very expensive. If we ever ran out of money, I was going to use it to sell, because he said, I don't have them problems. And the whole time he's been at school, you see him with a different bitch every fucking time, besides the princess. Like, if you're not with the princess, it's like 2 or 3 girls surrounding this nigga. So he's like, yeah, I don't got them problems. So y'all can use this. And he's like, you have a good time. But he's doing it because this is friend, like, him and Fitz got real close. This is my best friend, but like, that's my cousin. And we not gonna have our name fucked up like this. So he said, use this, y'all have a good time. She goes, she brings some wine, and she said, Rudius, they drinking, so I want you to try this. And Rudius like, I remember that because Rudius had one at one point, but it got broken by Ghislaine by accident. And he's like, okay, I'll take it, whatever. He's like, it ain't shit happening. So he takes it, she takes it, and he's like, you need to calm down, because she's like, no, I'm just nervous, it's okay. Drinking and drinking, they're talking and talking, and then he's like, he touches her, she said, what's wrong? He's like, I can't hold back no more. And she was like, cool. Do with me what you want. And the next day, this is why this scene is why I love the fucking show.
You said that 3 times.
I know, like, but I mean, it's on everything. Like, he couldn't get his dick up, nothing like that, and that had been happening to him for 4 years.
Jesus Christ.
He finally is able to fuck. The issue that's been fucking with him is, are you gonna be there when I wake up? So when he wakes up, she's not there.
Oh man.
But she had guard duty. And he was like, she said she had guard duty. It's okay. She's gonna come back. You just see him going through the emotion. I'm like, and I'm in my mind, I'm like, bitch, please come back. and he was like, oh, what if she don't come back? And like, he starts spiraling. And he just sits on the bed, and he's like, you see him like, I'm gonna be okay, but what if she don't come back? And then you hear the door open, and she's like, oh, hey, I brought something. And he just looks at her, and he gets off the bed, hugs her, and all he says is, thank you. I'm like, bruh, the motherfucker writing this knows how to write.
Or he just a sorry nigga that done been through some shit.
Probably. And so now, yeah, so from that point forward, Dixie's working. He's like, I'm fucking you every chance I get, bitch. and for real, they get married, buy a house. He like buy the when they get married and they buy the house, his dad wasn't mad at him. But his sisters were, because his dad sent him a letter saying, I'm sending your sisters to you. We found a lead on your mom. We're going to go, but it's in a dangerous place. They can't come with me. So he said, but I ran into one of your friends who said that they'll take him to you. It's old boy who was with him dead end. And when he brings him, his other sister, the one with by the maid, loves this nigga. She's like, yo, my brother. The other girl like, hey, I ain't forget that you beat the shit out of dad. So, but you end up finding out, like, because he sends her to school and everything, you end up finding out like what she's going through. She went through a lot too. And he remembers what happened to him when he was in his previous life. She's going through that because she becomes a shut-in, because all over the school, everybody's like, your brother did this, and you know your brother like that dude, he blew off the head of a fucking demon over here type shit. Like, Rudy is your brother? Oh, I didn't know that. We need to be friends. So it fucked with her. So she ends up becoming a shut-in, and he finds out, and he does a bunch of shit to try to get into her room because they're in different dorms. So he gets there, he's just like standing by her bed, and he's like, I don't know what to say. So he's just standing there, and he's like, hey, I don't want you to hate me type shit. And as he's saying that, she's hearing him, but she's going through what she's going through, and she finally comes to terms with it. It's like she remembered what her dad said, which was, the nigga was on a dangerous ass continent, fighting, trying to find us. He was going through something. And so she looks at him, hug it out, now shit's better. Right. You can still see that there's some apprehension there.
Of course.
But like, okay, I'm probably tripping because I never got your side. So she's trying. So by the end of it, they find them out. This is the most fucked up thing. Anything can occur.
Mama didn't want them.
So they know what a mom is. They get, and the dad's like, yo, shit's getting bad over here. We need help. And Rudy has to come make a decision where, if he goes to find his mom with them, which they know where she is, it's an 8-month trip. There, you gotta find her, do everything you gotta do to get her, and then come back. It's another 8 months. Sylvie's pregnant. So he's like trying to make a decision. His sister, the one who hated him at first, she's like, I can't let you make this decision. Fuck it. If you're not gonna go do it, I'm gonna go do it. So she was about to sneak out. And he's looking at her like, bitch, what are you doing? She said, well, if you ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna go get her. And he's like, your ass better can pick up a fucking sword. So he's like, nah, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go get her. And then the girl who was with the dragon god, she was at the school too. He was helping her with like projects and shit. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna help you out. There's a teleportation gate. You can't tell nobody though. And he's like, oh, word. Say, yep, you should it'll take you right to that side. Like right over there. Cause her and the dragon god was using the teleportation circuits the whole time. And it's forbidden magic. So she's like, here you go. Said, this is me repaying you for all the help you're doing to try to get me back home. So him and the elf chick that has like the curse where she has to have sex, they go to go help. So they get there, they meet the dad, you know, and he's like, yeah, this is what's going on. It's really hard. We keep getting in this labyrinth and getting fucked up, and we've been there 4 times. By the way, I'm sorry, Rudius, Roxy got lost in there. What? She died? No. Like, maybe. And he's like, oh, we're going right now. And they're like, nah, well, we gotta, like, okay, we can prepare for 2 days. We're going right after though. And they're like, all right, cool. So he saves Roxy. And the way he saves her is the way she always wanted to fall in love. And it's the exact way. She's like, I'm in a dungeon. I can't do nothing. I've expelled everything. I'm about to die. And then my knight in shining armor comes to save me. Now, she said that earlier, like way earlier. And that's how he saves her. And she's like, oh shit. And she doesn't realize it's Rudius until later. So the scene that I'm referring to that like fucked me up is how it ends, season 2. So he's been spending time this whole time with his dad, and he's like, you know, my dad's actually pretty kind of fine. Like, I knew he was strong, but I didn't know the nigga was this strong. Like, he cold. They find the Hydra, and they're like, behind the Hydra is this big ass crystal. The mom is trapped inside, and suspended animation. And it's like, and the dad's like, so we gotta beat the Hydra to save the mom.
Yeah, you say okay.
Okay, so they go to try to do that, and then you find out that none of these attacks is working other than Paul slicing the heads off. It's an 8-headed Hydra, he's the only one that can slice it off. So they grab him like, we gotta retreat. He's like, but she right there. Say, yeah, she not going nowhere. So they come back inside into where they were at, where it's safe, talking everything out. And he's like, why are you so calm, Rudy? It's like, the fuck is that's your mom? And he's like, but me freaking out's not gonna change nothing. Right. We gotta come up with a strategy. Mm-hmm. So they come up with this strategy, and Paul's like, you know what, you was right. And he said, I'm about to tell you to do something that a father should never tell their child. He's like, what? He was like, save your mom even if it kills you. Basically letting everybody know that I'm gonna give every fucking thing I got. Fuck with me. And everybody like, let's go. So they all go. Every time he slices off the head of one of the hydras because it's exposed, Rudius is using his fire magic to singe it so it can't regenerate. Yeah. And that shit's working for a minute. But Rudius trying to save people and do that at the same time, there's some rocks that's about to land on him. Paul kicks him right out the way. Boom. And how they kill the hydra, it comes to attack Rudius. Rudius put his hands in his eyeball and blows up the last fucking head, and he gets thrown away, but he loses his arm. Yeah, he loses his arm. And when he stands up, he's like, we got him. And he's looking around. Everybody else is looking at where Paul is at. When Paul kicked Rudius away and those rocks fell on Paul, it sliced Paul in half. So all you see is Paul like this, looking at Rudius. Paul the whole time had a serious look until he saw Rudius, and you could tell in that fucking moment, I just wanted to make sure that you still lived. He smiles at him, dies. They get the mom. They finally take her back to where they were stationed at. When she wakes up, she don't remember nothing. And when I mean nothing, she don't even know Rudius is her son. So you just lost your mom. You just lost your dad, and your mom is essentially dead. That's how season 2 ends. Nah, it didn't stop. Oh, but it's 19 minutes. That's how it ends. So, well, when they get back, I mean, because obviously they just, doing the workarounds where it's like, we're going to go ahead and end everything now. They get back, and he was so sad, Roxy took advantage of the situation and she fucked him. Because she was sad too. When they get back to town, he was like, look, I fucked up. I'm just going to let you know right now, Sophie, I fucked up. This is what happened, and I would love to bring Roxy into our marriage. And his sister, the one who hated him, now that she started fuck with him, she's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? No, we're not doing this. Like, you can't just, because now she loves Sophie. This is her sister. She's like, you can't just bring another bitch in. Sylvie let her say everything she got to say, because Sylvie's like looking at Roxy, looking at Rudius, looking at the sister. She's like, okay, let her say everything she got to say. The other sister is quiet, because she's like, I'm the product of this too. So she's like, I don't got shit to say. So she's going off after she get everything out. Sylvie's like, but your sister, what about your sister? And she looks at her, she said, but that's different. She said, is it? It's not. So now she got to be like, I fucked up. So she goes to her sister. She's like, I don't mean that I don't want you around. It's just our brother's trying to bring another bitch in this house, our house. And Sylvie basically breaks it down like this. It's only been one girl he's ever talked about since I've known him, and it's this bitch. He's like, to the point that like, he has a set of her panties that he has like enshrined.
That's crazy.
The whole time, like what helped him feel better when he was like having anxiety attacks is her panties in his pocket, and when he touched it, it would calm him down. He literally looks at her as a goddess. She was like, if it's gonna be any bitch, I'd rather it be her. Because it's like, I know you've been in love with her since before you knew me. So she's like, she looks at him and she's like, okay, I'm happy as her. I looked at, and Joy was like, for real, Mike? I was like, you don't understand. You don't get it. That's a real one. I'm like, that's a real one. She said, If it's gonna be any bitch, I'd rather be the bitch that you fell in love with long before you even knew who I was. This is your master. This is the person you've been talking about ever since I know you. Even when you thought I was Fitz, you would talk about this bitch. I was a little jealous. I didn't like her at first, but now I get it. So it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. So that's it ends with him going to his father's grave and telling him, you know,
I'm basically just like you.
Right. I had a kid with my wife, you know. So you're grandpappy. And would you believe I got married to Roxy? Yeah, that's what happened. Just letting you know. And as he was walking away, he was like, "But I'm gonna do my best to take care of Mom. I'm gonna do my best to take care of my sisters and my family." Because what it turns out is, although the mom can't express emotion, and although she doesn't have all her memories, when he has his dad's stuff laid out on the table, and he says, you know, this is all he left us. And the sister that didn't like him at first, she says, can she have the sword? Like, but before she could say anything, the mom looks at the guards that was like he always had, and she snatches them up and she just holds them. And it's like, oh, a piece of you is still there. He gives his sister the sword and the other sister the knife. And it's like, well, this is the keepsake for our father. But as he's walking away from his grave, the wind pushes him. Like, hey, do what you gotta do, man. I'm proud. Alright, it's in your hands now. And you see it, and I'm like, that's cold. And that's how it ends. And I'm like, then it says, like, at the end, it's like, season 3 coming. It's Paul and Rudy is talking, saying, season 3 coming, thank you for watching and everything. And then like the last cutting thing is Rudy is on Paul's shoulder, his son and father. I'm like, y'all some hoes. Y'all some hoes. I'm a dad over here. I'm about to fucking break down. My son, Michael, was sitting next to me. He was like, oh, that's sweet. I said, shut up. I'm not finna cry. I'm not finna cry. But yeah, it's 2 seasons right now. 3rd season's supposed to come out. That right there, if it's not Finran, that is the best anime this year. It is not Solo Leveling.
What's it on?
It's on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not Solo Leveling. I'm sorry. After what?
Arm back.
All of that to say wasn't the best anime. This nigga explained the entire fucking anime for 40 minutes.
I did. I'm gonna condense it, so yeah.
You didn't, but it's okay.
It felt like it.
About an anime. Interesting.
You gonna watch it?
Yeah.
I am too, but watch Solo still ends up winning.
Oh, it's probably still gonna end up winning, but
And when I watch Solo, it'll probably win, only because there's a lot of action. And not all of that lovey-dovey shit.
there's a lot of action in Mushoku Tensei. It's not a lot of action in Finran. It is action, but it's not.
I don't even care what that.
I'm not gonna go into detail on that.
I don't know what that is, and I don't care to know. Right.
But I'm saying I believe.
Not after you just did that.
I'm not gonna do.
I enjoyed it, but damn, nigga.
Yeah, Finran is the best.
Hey, we don't need stories.
Finran is the best.
God,
Then it's Mushoku Tensei. Then it's Solo, in my opinion.
And Fenrir, you said Fenrir?
Finran.
Fenrir?
Yeah.
That shit sound like it's emotional.
Yeah, Finran. What is it? The beginning of the end. It's like the something like that.
The beginning. It's the beginning. It's the beginning after the end.
Yeah.
And I'm very upset with the animation. It's telling the story like it should be. I've been waiting for this shit forever, but the animation. I really wish the people that either did Finran or did Mushoku Tensei or that did My Hero would have did that.
I literally watched a nigga go from pretty boy to turning to Master Roshi in the first episode.
Of what?
The Finran.
Oh yeah. We're not gonna go into.
It was like that shit was just like, yeah, it's gonna be a whole bunch of emotional.
Yeah. It's a cold anime though.
Did y'all finish Devil May Cry?
I did.
I did.
Yeah, I told you, bro. That shit was
I gotta finish it. The first 2 episodes was dope as hell.
I literally went back and watched it. I got back like episode 5.
I'm on episode 2.
That shit is
It's
good
good.
too.
I finished it.
It's only 8 episodes, man. Watch them.
I know. I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch all
We put
of them.
on. We was telling the guys at the hibachi spot about it because they were about to watch it.
It's good.
Yeah.
They got good music up in there. The action's good.
That's on
The only thing
spot.
I would have increased is a slight more sword play
Yeah.
Yeah.
and more accentuation on the gun handling skills to show how much of a gunsmith he is.
Yeah.
Like they did it, but it wasn't to the degree of like you're not watching him pull off Matrix style moves with the guns like.
Oh yeah, like in the video
Like,
game.
like,
That's gonna end up coming
in the
out.
second season.
You know, some fans are mad because it's not a 1-to-1 to the game.
Bruh,
Nothing
shut up.
ever is.
You know,
but
like they really mad about
that
that.
shit's still
I kinda
good
don't want it to
though.
be
I don't
though.
either. I kind of don't either.
Devil May Cry to me is one of those games. It's like Resident Evil. You don't have to do a 1-for-1.
It's like
The games that you got to
Resident
do.
Evil probably should have did a 1-for-1.
Probably. Yeah.
It's like I was comparing this to like you ever seen the Men in Black series?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed
Yeah,
Like, I
that.
enjoyed
it was his own thing, but it wasn't J and K.
Right.
Yeah. What's the name of the new Spider-Man movie? They announced it.
Damn, what was
I
that shit
forgot.
called? It was
New
Spider-Man.
I forgot.
Something like that.
A new beginning, a new day.
It has nothing to do with like Homecoming or like that. That shit is
nothing
over
like
with.
that.
No, because it's the start of a new trilogy.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man
I think it might be Spider-Man: A New Day.
So
Yeah.
A New Day.
Yeah.
So apparently, one of the things that's been coming out is that Robert Downey might have always existed, like his Dr.
Brand
Doom.
new day.
Brand new day. That's it.
That his
Brand
doc-
new world
his-
and brand new day.
this is what I saw. That Robert Downey's Dr. Doom might have not existed in the Fantastic Four, but in the main MCU. And because he peered through the timeline and everything.
So we're gonna get all those silhouettes coming into play.
Essentially, like I don't think that one, which is the main one that's going around, I don't think that's real. I think Disney, well, Marvel, put that out just to give people like, yo, here, have
No, you
something.
said it right. It was Disney. You said it right. You said Disney.
Yeah, I think they put that out like they used to put out certain shit like back in the day to make you think this is what's gonna happen, but this is what's really gonna
It's like
happen.
Fantastic Four thing
Uh,
with Dr. Doom and Fantastic Four. That just came out.
yeah.
I think they're gonna tease them.
Yeah. No, I think they're gonna tease them. But I'm saying,
Well, they said they not, so I don't believe them. But
So
Yeah.
that means we're gonna get what you call it, Scorpion.
Scorpion.
for
Spider-Man?
Yeah, cause I know I seen that silhouette of him when they broke into the different dimensions.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, he was in there. I seen the silhouette of him.
you talking about
this movie's supposed to be grounded.
Supposed to be
Well, not
grounded.
grounded.
I thought it was like connected with each other.
It is.
You talking about
but
Spider? You talking about
Spider-Man,
with
the
Tom
villain's
Holland
just
in
nigga.
the cartoon?
No, the live action one.
the one that's coming.
Well, now like I'm not saying we're getting Scorpion like right now.
The Tom
but-
Holland joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. If anything, we're probably gonna get Scorpion as the main villain because they said when it pertains to Hobgoblin and oh boy that's not gonna be like
Oh yeah,
the
they
main.
just announced the
that's-
Hobgoblin.
Yeah, that's not gonna be the main story, right? In this new one, it's gonna be a part of it, but it's not gonna be the main story.
Gotcha.
So, okay, for that to be successful, like what story do you think needs to happen with Mary J and what's his name?
What?
Oh boy, his two
I
friends.
want Mary Jane.
Talking about what's his name?
Are
Ned?
they about to get
Ned, yeah, what happened with
Ned?
Ned?
Gwen Stacy or
A black cat.
Alicia,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
which is who they need to give.
Yeah.
I heard something about Silk.
Cause we haven't had a black cat yet.
I heard something about Silk. I don't want Silk.
Silk.
Yeah, they talking
Silk could
about.
be good as a counter to Mr. Negative, but
But the issue with Silk is like if you're gonna do a like 1-for-1 adaptation, which they're not gonna do, but if you're gonna like really expose her powers, like Silk makes Spider-Man lustful. Like he wants to fuck her. It's something with her powers and his that makes
It's those
that.
spider hormones.
Yeah, that makes it like, oh, we gotta do something. So like, if you're gonna have her,
I
then
kind of don't want that either. Though. I mean, I like Silk in there, but I kind of don't want that either.
I prefer.
I want a Spider-Man movie. I don't want Spider-Man and
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need
Spider-Man
Black
and the
Cat.
Silk.
You need Black
Because
Cat.
they already said that Zendaya's probably not gonna be in this one, didn't they?
yeah, I don't think she.
Because she said they was only gonna give her like a cameo, like 3 cameos, like 3 less than 3 minutes of screen time, and she was not with that shit. And she's still not happy. Like she's very pissed off about it. So I think she's still gonna be in it, just not. She's gonna probably do those 3 minutes.
It's probably like a slow cook. Like, we don't know too much about you. Don't know too much about Peter. We gotta ease you back into it, get you back in his life.
Nah, I think they're gonna just give you that because we saw what happened at the end of No Way Home. So it's gonna be first 5 minutes. This is what this nigga's doing, and then it's gonna be like, now let's for real
They
begin
really
the
just
story.
need to make Ned the Hobgoblin.
I think that's what they're doing.
Because he does know the
Mr. Negative
magic and all that.
Be
Yeah.
a problem.
Is Mr. Negative the main villain?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And then call it a day.
Yeah, just do that. And I don't even think that should. I don't even think that. Like, I think that should be a plot, like a sub story, like a sub story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not. We're just giving you hints to him becoming that. But I think if you're gonna have Scorpion, it should be Mr. Negative and Scorpion, and just let it be those two villains.
I don't even want Scorpion.
I said if you're gonna have.
I
one.
know, but
Yeah.
I don't want Scorpion.
You don't like Scorpion?
It's not that I don't like him. It's just if you're gonna give me Scorpion, don't give me Mr. Negative.
Yeah.
Give me Shocker, or give me the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, you talking about? So you basically saying
or-
the Sinister Six? You want to see the Sinister Six? It's the
No,
Sinister Six.
if you're gonna give me one grounded character, keep it grounded. Don't give me one
give me-
grounded character and then give me a character with the ability to change the whole landscape.
What
What's
if they
going
just
on?
threw Rhino in there then? Because he ain't
That's
gonna change
fine,
much.
but I need a
Rhino,
real
yeah.
Rhino. Like where they were going with Craven in the Craven movie was cool,
Mhm.
but I need an actual Rhino villain. Like they gotta adapt it well.
Yeah.
You think they're just gonna ignore Craven?
Probably.
I think so.
I don't. They shouldn't because he was a good Craven. The movie just sucked, but Sony don't want to get it up.
Nah.
Sony ain't made a good decision in 15 years.
Besides, when they said fine, we're gonna finally partner with y'all because it's still
that's
Sony's
that's
movie.
what keeps Sony up.
Yeah, it's still
they
Sony's
allowing
movie.
Spider-Man to do shit with Marvel.
Marvel, yeah. Like people be thinking, oh, I'm like, no, that's still Sony's movie.
Yeah, that's the only
the
reason
split.
Sony's still
The
Sony.
split is 70-30, 70 Sony, 30% them. Like, and that's just in sales. They don't. Marvel still don't own Spider-Man
Right.
for like movies and shit. Like people be thinking, movies, Sony's not letting that nigga go. They're
The
not.
only way Sony will give that up is if they like completely go under, and
Yeah.
then they don't have a choice but to salvage everything they have, and they're gonna be like, all right, how much?
Which I highly doubt might happen though.
Why you say that?
Sony got
It's so
plenty
many.
of game.
It's so many companies going belly up. What make you think Sony won't? What Sony did recently that's fire?
Well, they just announced the PS6, not this,
Ooh, the PlayStation.
not this year,
As
but
much as I
next
love
year.
the PlayStation, you think that entire company is just running based off of the game system?
No. But they own several studios with the game system that has made them billions, as well
All
as
those exclusives, yeah.
yeah,
I
as well.
stand corrected then. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I was gonna say as well as in some of their movies they
Movie-wise,
do
I'm
pretty
pretty sure
well.
they'll still end up dropping it.
of course they're gonna drop something, but they can't get shit together. Every movie they done dropped recently failed.
That's because they just keep picking shitty ass writers.
Yeah.
Like you can tell a great Craven story. You could tell a great Morbius story. You could tell.
I was so excited.
These characters
so
got so much going on with them that I was really excited about the Craven movie. I was really excited and disappointed.
Everybody was excited about it.
So it's like if you're gonna tell these stories, and Morbius, if you're gonna tell these stories and get these people, then stop trying.
Slow down, we're not going nowhere.
No, stop trying to
When it
capture.
comes to these movies.
Stop trying to capture Marvel when you don't have the same shit that Marvel has.
Yeah.
Who owned Capcom?
Namco, I think.
Research.
Yeah.
They need to drop a movie about each individual character from Street
I
Fighter,
knew you was gonna say that.
and then create an all-inclusive Street Fighter movie.
Didn't they make a Street Fighter movie?
They tried, and
Yeah.
it was okay at best, but they
Yeah.
don't know what they're doing because they ran out of budget when they was doing certain things, so half of it was ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was decent. And I just need them. If Mortal Kombat can pull off what they doing with that trash ass Tan character, I'm sorry, Tan. Like that, no, bro, no. And your power is lame.
Capcom is his own.
I'm so happy they brought. Say what?
Capcom is his own company.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right. I'm so ready to see
those
Johnny
two
Cage.
Capcom characters, because there's somebody I'm trying to think about.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
I'm so happy that they bring Johnny Cage into this.
Yes, but I'm not happy it's Carl Urban. I'm happy it's Carl Urban because I love everything he
But
does.
if you
But
want him
I'm
when
not
he was
happy
younger.
because I would have preferred it to have been somebody like The Miz, who is a real live Johnny Cage. I don't care what anybody says. That man is Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Yes, like give me a Ryu movie, a Chun-Li movie, not the one that came out already. That shit was kind of weak. Give me a. See, they already on the way. Like you did Devil May Cry. Dante is a Capcom character,
Yeah.
but I want a live action character. Like I was gonna ask y'all today, while we on the subject, who would y'all pick to be a live action Dante other than Ryan Reynolds? Only because Dante is Daredevil. I mean Deadpool, but. You know, who would y'all pick to play Dante in live action based on what we saw in the anime series? For those of us that actually finished it.
That's a good question.
You need to be witty.
Yeah.
You said witty?
Mm-hmm. And an asshole. Like, I gotta believe you're an asshole.
What about Chris Pratt?
I don't think he could pull that off.
It'd have to be a new young blood for that one.
Probably. It probably would have to be a new young.
Yeah, I was thinking about young cats. It's not a lot of young dudes that I could like throw in that hat. It's more. It's more. Most of the ones I'm really coming to terms with is like in their 30s.
I want a live action Mega Man movie too.
The dude who was the dude who was
like Mega Man
who was in
X.
Journey to the Center of the Earth. What's his name? He was also in
Zero.
They're kind of older now, but
That's what I'm thinking of. The people I'm thinking of in their 30s. Yeah. Somebody in their 20s. I'm as good of an actor as he is. Buddy who plays in Doom and who's in damn near everything.
Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah. As much as I like him,
want
I'm. It's certain things that I'm like. When I look for certain characters, I don't see you. You see what I'm saying? So like, Skarsgård, the dude who played Pennywise, he'd be dope.
As Dante?
Yeah, he'd be dope.
I say Virgil, maybe.
I say his older brother, maybe.
I've seen him in so much stuff. I think he could pull it off. Either one, if I'm honest, either one.
You know what? He might, because I did see that movie where he don't talk.
Yeah.
That was kind of good.
Yeah, he's cold.
Yeah, he cold.
He cold as a motherfucker.
He's actually the best actor in his family.
Yeah.
As far as range goes, because his older brother can act his ass off too.
Yeah.
Research.
Yeah, all three of them fine. And they dad is the dude from Thor. Dr. Selvig.
What is that?
Selvig. Whatever his name is. Oh, there you go right there.
Oh yeah.
That's the pappy. And then that's the chillin'. And that's the youngest one right there.
The youngest one might be able to pull it off.
Maybe. But he to me, he has the best range, but he the best actor.
Yeah.
I really need.
He could probably play.
Good.
He could definitely play Virgil.
Yeah. Like if you got both of them to play the characters, yeah, he could play Virgil.
Who?
I just thought about that. The older one, he could play Constantine. Even though Keanu Reeves wants to do it again, he could play Constantine.
Yeah.
Younger brother played Dante.
Yeah.
And he could probably play. I love you, Keanu. He probably could play Constantine right.
Yeah.
Because as good as Keanu is as an actor, the fucking Constantine is a fucking ass.
Yeah.
Nah. Constantine is fucking Tony Stark before Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Like.
They making another John Wick.
Yeah, they just announced it. John Wick 5. Oh, they only announced it because Keanu they grandly Constantine.
That and because he's in the ballerina.
I heard they did something with his contract.
Who?
Keanu.
What you mean? What they do?
He wanted it to be where he had less words.
Yeah.
That's not me.
So for every word on there, he charged them.
What the fuck does John Wick need to talk for?
Yeah.